I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today, well, you might recognize it if you've been here before. I'm going to do a WIP and Chat. And if you haven't been here before, well, the title of the video I think says enough. But yeah, it's been another week, so it's time for another update on whatever all is happening, has happened, and all the stuff with it. It has been a week with me feeling like I can't catch a break. I'm so done with it, like being like this. There did feel. I knew there. There it was. I thought like I know there words already. I knew there was a piece of trash falling, but I couldn't find it. But I found it. But yeah, it has been a week. So yeah, let's get into it. I will probably get a little bit ranty. I probably talk about how I'm feeling like mentally a lot and everything. So yeah, if those kinds of videos are not your cup of tea, I suggest you sit this one out, because yeah, I have a feeling it will be one of those WIP and Chats. So yeah. Also, my brain is still a little fried, so I do have a feeling that I might stumble over my words as per usual. But yeah, so let's get into it. So last time I spoke to you, it was, if I'm not mistaken, last week on Tuesday evening. Son was sick at that point in time. My body was still feeling migraines and everything. And yeah, so we are just going to continue where we left off. So, Wednesday morning, wanted to get the kids out of bed. And guess what? Not only my son was sick, also our daughter was sick. Great. So, yeah, obviously our son was already marked as being sick in school, so I also did that for our daughter. But like during the entire day, both of them were like climbing up the walls and being active and fussing around and annoying the living daylight out of me, as little kids do. And I was going stir crazy, I can tell you that. Didn't help that I also was still feeling my migraines. I, in general, had a day that I was feeling like book. So, yeah, was not having my day. Thankfully, husband could arrange that he had the day for the week. As I said, like, my brain, flustered. Words, hard. But yeah, so my husband could arrange that he, after lunch, could come home, or well, with lunch, could go home and stay home, so that at least I could take a nap, which I desperately needed. And yeah, because I was on my extra tough medication for like a couple of days at that point in time. They didn't have the greatest time to kick in yet, so I was still feeling kind of awful. Thankfully, the medication is now like somewhat kicking in. I still feel it like, especially like when I wake up in the morning, like I feel that I hadn't had my medication in a long time. So it feels a little bit ich. But I have now started to at least decrease the amount of ibuprofen, or as we would call it in Dutch, ibuprofen. But it's about the same sounding name, and yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, so I'm now slowing that down. Hopefully I can stop with it. But yeah, my neck is... When my migraine stopped feeling like noticeable, then I really noticed how stiff and sore and stuck my neck and shoulders are, and part of my back. So yeah, I think that's like, as the doctor said, like that's the main reason that my migraine was so bad. And yeah, thankfully hubby is the sweetest as can be, and he massaged blah, 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 as I said, words, massaged my neck and shoulders a couple of times, so I feel like it's now like slowly getting loose. But yeah, maybe I need to make a appointment with like a chiropractor or something, like to have my shoulders and neck cracked open. But we'll see. Hopefully, like I can slowly decrease the amount of painkillers I have, and hopefully like my husband massaging my back every now and then, hopefully it keeps it at least at a minimum. I'm also like keeping warm water bottles like many times of the day, like keeping them wrapped around my neck and my shoulders. So yeah, it's annoying. I haven't been able to diamond paint as much as I would like, but thankfully at least yesterday evening, so Monday evening, I'm filming on Tuesday morning, as basically per usual. But like well, I have been diamond painting on my cross stitch conversion again, so at least I was able to do like a section of that. So that made me really happy. Yes, I felt it, but it wasn't that it like hurt a lot. So I'm trying to still keep it like going at like a quote unquote minimum, to keep it at least a little bit down. Also, husband and I had an extra date night this week, because yeah, we're both like at a point where like it's annoying and feels like we can't catch a break with everything going on. And yeah, so yeah, what's going on like with the fact that we both are like, are we like, are you effing kidding me? Like, please give me a break for longer than one day. Somewhere there's a car alarm going off. Oh, it stopped. It was already starting to be annoying. But yeah, so last week, I don't know if I already told you that or not. I don't know when exactly. Yeah, I think I got it like not last Friday, but the Friday before that. No, not Friday. When was it? Yeah, it might be the Friday. Doesn't matter, at least. It's somewhere beginning of last week or the end of the week before. But at least we got a little booklet from our daughter's school, like with some extra reading exercises and like a program, like, hey, we want to start this to help her improve in reading. Obviously, we are going to do that. We have been doing that almost every day. Obviously, we want to do what's best for our daughter, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, again. Yeah, she can't help that with her NLD. She has a little need blah, 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 words again. Like, she needs a little bit more time to have something like click in her brain, that everything, how it goes and everything. So that sometimes means that she can't like handle the speed at things like in school. So it's not her fault, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, here we go again. Obviously, we are trying to read more with her. We try to read anyway as much as possible, but yeah, it's a little bit of something. especially like if you're not like in a really good mental space yourself, small things can like be feeling like a big task. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I do know many people that are struggling with mental health are diamond painting because it's so, for many people at least, mind numbing. I personally just am able to like let my mind go because yeah, I have one of those people that has a little voice in my head that does not stop yapping. I can have like be completely alone in a house and have like hour-long conversations with myself. Not like an actual conversation, but like going over everything in my head and like, oh, I can do it like this and oh, I can do it like that. And that stupid voice is at times like very annoying. I can tell you that much because it's also the same voice that makes me feel like I'm never good enough for everything. Also, like, for example, like household and stuff, like, oh, the attic is still not done, and the basement is still not done, and this isn't done. Like, how can you call yourself a stay-at-home mom when you are not doing anything? And yeah, it feels like I'm always running after myself, and I'm also always making myself go crazy. And yeah, it's so hard at times. But yeah, I know I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I also know that like, yes, I sit a lot on my behind on the couch or on the chair or whatever. But many times of that time, I'm still working on a buttload of stuff, like making sure everything is organized and having everything running smoothly. Also like doing my YouTubey stuff. And also try to relax a little bit so I have like the brain power to keep going. But yeah, it feels like I'm never enough, and yeah, it's exhausting. But yeah, trying to do my best, trying to hang in there, obviously trying to do the best for the kids and the hubby. But yeah, I'm already running on fumes for a long time, and I have a feeling that like I can't get a break for, as I said, like longer than a few minutes, or well, a few days, if it isn't anything like mentally exhausting, then it's like physically exhausting, like my migraines. And if it's not that, then like one of the kids of the or the hubby is sick or whatever all. And yeah, I keep having the feeling that I'm running after everything and like doing the household and then trying to catch up with everything that needs to be done in and around the house. And now on top of that, also needing to remind myself every day to at least read like, well, do like the exercises from school like for about 15 minutes a day. And yes, I do everything with love, but at the same time it's just exhausting. So yeah, diamond painting is like my way of relaxing because yes, I can let my brain go, but I just don't need to use it for anything else because it's just like sticking numbers, well, sticking the drills at the numbers or the symbols or whatever you want to call it, and let my brain go. But yeah, so on Friday we got, well, backwards. So on Thursday, can better say that first, the kids, I just sent them back to school. I was in school for like cutting the fruits and everything, and like the concierge, janitor, however you want to call it, was also like, hey, are you here? Because on Wednesday I like in the group put a message like, hey, is there anyone that would be able to like fill in for me, because the kids are both sick and I have the feeling that it will take a while, because I sent that directly in the morning when they were like a little less energy wise. So I put in notification there. nobody was able to come, so yeah. Not that that's a problem, but yeah. So like during the day, the kids were so active. I was like, you know what? In the morning, if you're still feeling okay and you don't have a fever, or at least not a high fever, you're going. And in the morning, both of them were fine. So it was like, go, go, go. If for nothing else, then at least for my mental health. But yeah, so the janitor was like, you here? I was like, yeah, the kids were yesterday just bouncing up and down the walls and being active and everything. So I was like, you know what? You're just going to go. She was like, yeah, they probably will at least pick up like something in school, better that than driving you stir crazy at home. I was like, yeah. So she totally understood. I also told like the teachers like everything, like especially our son, because he has a tendency that when he starts to cough and has like a coughing fit, he like almost like stays in it. So she was happy that I told her that, like a little bit of like a heads up warning. When I picked him up at school, she was also like, then he started to cough, and she was like, yeah, that's the first time I heard him cough during the entire day. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, you're in my area again and you start again? So, yeah. Typical of my kids. Like, they will be fine the entire day, but like, once you're in the area, they start again. But yeah, so during the day, I think like on during the week, I think like on Tuesday or something, like my daughter's teacher sent me a message like regarding that like extra reading thing. It's like a website where they can study everything. So if I could, when I come and pick up the kids, if I would be able to basically like come to the classroom so she could have like a little bit of an explanation to give to me, like how everything works and everything. So I was like, yeah, fine by me. So went there, she told how everything worked, went back home with the kids. Again, the kids were like climbing up the walls and everything. Being their annoying self. Because, yeah, especially when you're still having like migraines and not feeling the greatest yourself, it feels like they're climbing up the walls and doing it to make you feel crazy, but oh well. I know they're not doing it on purpose, but still, it's annoying. But yeah, so we didn't do much. I had a kind of a bad migraine day again. Yes, the medication started to kick in, well, was kicking in, but yeah, every now and then it's just coming right through it. So I went to bed in the afternoon because my husband's home at like, give or take, like a bit after 1 in the afternoon on Friday. So thankfully he was at home. So I was able to go upstairs and nap a little bit after a while because I was like, ugh. Like I did not feel great. Afterwards, I took our daughter to swimming lessons, even though she had like a day. So I was already to the teacher like, good luck. She has a day. If she's too much, like come and get me, because yeah, she doesn't need to disrupt the entire lesson. At a certain point, one of the swimming instructors came to me, like the mom of so and so. Obviously, not going to say her name, and I was like, yeah, that's me. So I was like, oh, great, here we go. She's like, yeah, well, he was like, maybe it's an idea for her to have like one of these like neoprene, whatever it's called, bathing suits, because she's like saying she's cold and everything. I was like, yeah, it's a struggle to find stuff for her that fits. So yeah, but at least we're going to look into it. Still needing to do that because this weekend was also something like we were not able to make it to like a like sports store to look. And yeah, our daughter is like terrible with like sizes and everything. So we're like, it will come whenever. So yeah. And it was also like, okay, the classes or like the teacher, they actually should have apparently is sick for a longer time. And so they were like, yeah, the other teachers will be coming and explaining everything in a little bit. So we're like, okay, did my thing again. Went back to talking with one of the other moms. It's like a mom of like one of the kids that is in the class with our daughter. So she also had like at a certain point, like when our daughter had like one of her moments, she was also like, whoa, I did not see that one coming for such a like sweet little girl. I was like, yeah, that sweet little girl can be quite a handful at times. And because she's small, she is like tiny, and she has like this cute little face. Nobody expects her to be like full on temper tantrum when something is not going the way she wants. It's not like an actual temper tantrum, don't get me wrong, but it's what I call it. Because, yeah, she just, as her first teacher called it, she has like a error, like it's like a short circuit mistake in her brain, and it's like, nope, not going to happen. Error, error, error. Help, help, crazy Smurf, sound the alarm. And yeah, if she has one of those moments, she is a handful. And yeah, sometimes she snaps out of it really quickly, sometimes not. So yeah. But yeah, so afterwards, one of the swim teachers came to me like, hey, mom of so and so. Yeah, that's me. And yeah, he was like, okay, we're going to put her in a different group because she does not fit in the group because she is, well, almost afraid of her own shadow, I always say. She is, that's part of like her NLD. It's like a, part of it is like being fearful of like rational or irrational things. Okay, I'm still filming, good. But like her brain is like constantly feeling fear or something. I don't know how exactly, but yeah, it's something. But yeah, so she basically disrupts the group partially because she is too afraid to jump in the water, but all the kids are doing it, and so the teacher needs to guide her in. Like, he actually, quote unquote, threw her in past Friday. I was saying to the mom next to me, like, thankfully somebody that does, because yeah, I have been thinking of doing that for a long time. Which made her giggle, and she was like, yeah, some kids just need a like rough awakening. I was like, yeah, at this point I'm like, anything that you can try. Also told later to the teacher, like, I was so grateful that you did that because I have been thinking about that, doing that like multiple times already, like going in and just throw her in. Obviously, he threw her in carefully, like a few feet away. Well, if it was even a few feet, like I had the feeling that most kids jump farther in the water, but like he picked her up underneath her armpits and like gently like plunk lifted her in the water. Like if she wouldn't made a fuss out of it, she could have just swam away. So yeah, so they said like they wanted her in a different swimming class, like a little bit lower, so hopefully she gains some trust in herself, because that's a big issue for her, like trusting herself that she can do stuff. So it was also like one, hopefully like going one step back to go two steps forward. I was like, yeah, I'm willing to try everything, because yeah, it's like an ongoing, yeah, problem, I don't want to call it, but like an ongoing thing with her. Like we just don't know what to do at a certain point anymore. So it's like, whatever you think will help, will do. Because yeah, we're at the point where we're like, yeah, if that wouldn't have helped, well, if that doesn't help, we will need to be going to a specialty swimming school for her to learn how to swim, because also, like, probably next school year they will also have school swimming, like if it is even happening with her class, because the swims the pool where they are going is one she has swimming lessons in, and they will be closing in December for an entire year for renovations and stuff. So it is a question, like, will it work, yes or no? So hopefully they are able to continue swimming lessons, but it might be that it's like not for like this upcoming year. So like most of her second grade year, but we will see how everything will go. But yeah, so now she has her swimming lessons on Tuesday afternoon. So this afternoon, so I will be able to update you next week on how everything went. But yeah, but like the teacher also said, like it's like at least on like a trial basis, because if she keeps going like this, like, yeah, they can't continue with that, because let's be honest, they are not specialized in like, well, how to put it, neurodivergent kids, I'll just call it like that. And like they are not specialized in like those kind of things and everything, and like fearful kids and everything like that. They like, seriously, they do their best. They are amazing teachers. Like everyone that she had now was amazing with her, each in their own way. Some of us, like the first lessons, like, I don't know entirely about you, but still they ended up being amazing. But yeah, it needs to like click in her brain that if she jumps in the pool, nothing is happening. But yeah, that's easier said than done. And at times it's just frustrating as a parent when you know your kids can do stuff, but for one or the other reason they just don't want to, and yeah, you can't get it in their brain to just do it. And if they do it, like they do it once, because like the same teacher she had last week, like just before Christmas break, she jumped in the pool to him, but now she was like not having it. So I don't know why, but yeah, she is saying she's like afraid of not coming up. We have been telling her like every way we possibly can that like there's nothing going to happen. Teachers are there. If she really is struggling, they will pick her out of the pool. And she can do it. She is a brave girl. She can do everything she wants. And yeah, it's a struggle. Like as I said, like being not entirely like mentally at full capacity at the moment myself, that doesn't help. So it does make you feel a little bit more snippy. A little bit more of an, well, I almost want to say like awful person. Yeah. Like, I'm not asking you to go to swimming lessons for 10 years. If you have your A swimming diploma, you can stop. If you don't want to continue, fine. But I would very much appreciate it if you would have your A, so we at least know you are able to swim. Not being said that she then will be a great swimmer, so she will still be needing to be monitored. But to be quite honest, I myself also don't have a swimming. So yeah, but I only had school swimming because my parents, yeah, didn't want to have everything. I was in gymnastics at that point in time, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do two things, so you're going to choose. And I chose gymnastics, even though I was terrible at it. But That's just being me. I'm very good at failing at everything I do. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, that's always like my joke at this point in life, because I'm like, yeah. Also, I always make the joke like with like the song, like anything you can do, I can do better. I turn it around. So I was always in my mind like, anything I can do, you can do better, and everything like that. So yeah, I am good at like making a fool out of myself. So always like, also when like I'm going bowling with friends. Well, when we did have some friends to go bowling with, I was also like, I'm the queen of the gutter. So yeah, I got very well at like being bad. Yeah, can laugh about something. So can better make a fool out of myself than let others make a fool out of me. So yeah. But yeah, at times it's tough. And I don't want to make it all about myself. Like, I'm feeling bad and I'm feeling tough and my daughter is this and that. She is a wonderful girl. Don't get me wrong. I love her to pieces. I would never want to have anything happen with her. Even though my husband and I many times are like, have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Like, note the sarcasm there. But like at the same time, we both would be devastated if there would ever happen something to either one of the kids. But like it at the same time it's just a struggle. As I said, like I feel ranty today, so sorry for that. But yeah, thankfully, like the kids do behave also like a big amount of time. They are the sweetest kids with like playing together, thankfully. Obviously, they're still brother and sister, so yeah. At times they try to almost kill each other. Here comes the street sweeper, so sorry for the background noise, or at least I think it's a street sweeper. It's not in front of my window yet. Yes, it is now, I can see it. But yeah, as I was saying, like the kids can play like really sweet together, but yeah, lately I don't know what's in the air, but yeah, it's a whole lot of something. But I do need to say, like, my neighbor that picks up the kids in the morning, when I pick up her kid in the afternoon, she was also saying, like, I don't know what's in the air, but they're rough. She was talking about her own kids. So she has a twin, so yeesh. But yeah, I feel like a bad mom many times because I feel like I'm always complaining about my daughter, even though I love her to pieces. But yeah, she is like a big reason for like my brain not braining. Feel like my brain is constantly on her mind. Like, okay, if I do this, would it be good for her? If I do that, would it be good for her? Obviously, I also think about our son, but he is really laid back in comparison. Even though at times we have a feeling that he's also like on the spectrum somewhere, not entirely sure where, but yeah, he has some of the traits that were like, eh. But yeah, he is not so bad, quote unquote, as our daughter, that we are like with our hands in our hair. He is just a lot of times. But yeah. What else happened this week? We were able on Saturday to go to our city center to at least get some new, well, some extra bins for like our basement organizing stuff. So in the afternoon, we had been organizing a little bit since the kids were like the entire weekend a little bit like off and on, like how they would feel. So we're like, we're not going to do too terribly much, not going too out of the door like too much, enough for them to get like a fresh air in their nose. And that's about it. Also had like on Friday afternoon, I think it was, we went like really quickly to like a city center close to us so that we could stop at a store where we often go to for clothing for their kids, because last week we found out that our son slowly needs to go up in size, like again. Okay, he is like in this size for like half a year already, so it's not bad, but it feels like I constantly need to get new stuff for them. They're growing like weeds. Well, at least our son is, at least. Our daughter needs to go to like the doctor's office again tomorrow afternoon. So today, when I upload this video, to see if her growing has improved, because half a year ago when they did her checkup, they were like, she's a little bit too short for what she should be, even for like her own growing schemes and everything. So they would like her to grow a little bit more. I have the feeling she hasn't grown enough. So most likely we will also need to go to the hospital for some checkups to make sure that nothing's wrong, because they said like many times it's nothing, but it can also be like a hint at a underlying issue why kids don't grow as they should. It can also be genetics, because yeah, when we were like organizing our basement, I found some like clothing for myself from when I was 12. I was in a size that I was like, oh, I thought I was like 4 sizes bigger by that time. Apparently not. So it might also be genetics, that she's just short for the upcoming few years, and then afterwards she just basically jumps ahead of her own curve. So yeah, we will see, but yeah, it's always that like lingering thought of what if. And she also didn't want to have her hearing tests done a half a year ago, because she was basically like a little bit overstimulated at that point in time. Because yeah, that was the first time she went to the doctor's office and everything, and it was a bit much, which I can understand. She like easily gets overstimulated. So that's why we also need to try to keep it a little bit low for her, to like not make sure she's overstimulated, because then she gets in like her own way. And yeah, she just doesn't deal with herself as good as she could. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Again, that's an update for next week. The cat is also still the same as last week, still going like not everywhere where she's supposed to be. She's still going over like a towel in the bathroom floor, but at least that's cleanable, thankfully. She has been having a few good days in between, so thankfully the litter box is much more used now. But it's like 1 or 2 days this weekend it went well, and then afterwards it slumped back again. So it's like a little bit of like a hit or miss kind of situation. So hopefully that will go better soon. For the rest, I started doing a stash video again yesterday. I am planning on filming the rest of that, like, well, probably right after filming this. Might not be able to get everything done today, but well, at least not now before lunch, but then I have lunch and I will just continue. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Hopefully that will be up like on the channel on Monday. Hopefully I am also like quote unquote eyeballing a few ideas that I want to do. So maybe I'll film those this weekend as well, or well, this weekend, this week, because I most of the times film when the kids are in school. Also on Tuesday, I remember that our daughter needs to go to the dentist again. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If she does as well as last time, that would be amazing. So they will be basically like doing a basic teeth like check over, and they will be trying to make some like pictures of her teeth because she has a few spots that basically need potential attention, but it's not like worrisome at this point in time. But dentist just wanted to have it checked, and now she is at like a specialty dentist office to make her like more treatable and not scared of everything, so she knows what everything is and everything. So yeah, we'll try to do as much as possible there. Son and I need to go next month, I believe. Well, he needs to go one day. I need to ask like the dentist now, like, do you still think it's like beneficial to have her at the other doctor's office, for the dentist office, to like have a regular dentist check just for her to basically see, but I don't think she wants that. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Again, update next week. How many times have I said that this week? Update next week. Yeah, I'm planning on also like starting ahead again with the time-lapse version of my cross stitch conversion comparison project. So as I said, like I am working on the round one again. So I'm also planning on trying to start the time-lapse version again, with other words, the Diamond Art Club version of it. Hopefully that will also all go to plan, so that I don't have too much issue with my shoulders and everything. Thankfully, many times if in the evening my shoulders hurt a little bit, which they are also doing now. Ooh, they are making sounds when I move my neck. But so what I was trying to say, remember. Yeah, so I'm trying to like keep a hot water bottle wrapped around my neck. I got one of those extra long things, especially for like neck and back and everything, so that the heat keeps it like loose and everything, loosey goosey. Yeah, so hopefully everything will settle down and get loose, because I have a feeling like my neck needs to crack, and as soon as it does that, that will feel amazing. But yeah, we'll see if that actually is the case or not. I'm such a mess. Not that it's something new, but oh well. Yeah, for the rest, planning wise, don't think I have much planned. I'm going to do like the fruit cutting and everything on Monday next week as well, because somebody was not able to make it. They had an appointment, so I was like, yeah, fine by me, I'll fill in for you. And yeah, I think that's basically like everything, like trying to get ahead again with like the shorts, because yeah, I haven't been able to do as terribly much as I would like to. Also, I'm working on like the mini set I unboxed Monday. I'm working on the pastry set, So those will be going up like in the beginning of February. I believe I have now 2 done. One of them is already scheduled to go up on, I believe, the 2nd of February. I'm not entirely sure, but it's like somewhere around that area. But yeah, they do take a little bit more work because they're just a slightly bit bigger. And yeah, I have them kitted up in the bags, so I also need to look around a bit more. So it's like stopping and pausing it, stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting, which also means that it takes a lot longer to film. So I'm like roughly taking like an hour or so for those instead of like 15 minutes for like stickers. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a head start again. Thankfully, like as soon as I got those done, that will also be like a big head start for the ones that will be coming afterwards. Also, I'm like already thinking ahead for like special, like short videos, like for example, the things for like Valentine's and everything, like what kind of small kit I will be using for that, and like if there's something like carnival related. Don't think so, but like wanted to see if I can find that. That would be fun, and like everything like that. So yeah, the brain keeps on braining, hopefully at least. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. I am just going to pour this kit, well, this drills in the jar again. I'll see how much if I can even work on it before I film again next week, but we'll see. Most likely not, and otherwise I will just continue with this color. But still, I did a decent amount. But yeah, if you're still here and you listen to everything I ranted about, thank you so much. If you still enjoyed the video, even though it was like long, rambly, and yeah, kind of the usual fussing and annoying and everything, like please give this video a thumbs up. Give the video, well, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you haven't subscribed before, because yeah, if you can't stand through this, you might even like the regular videos more. You can also just check in on whatever video you want to, so no pressure there. But yeah, I would like to join people on my YouTube adventures. Basically, I do whatever I want to do and hope you enjoy it as well. As always, you can also leave suggestions and things you want to hear about, see about, whatever. Like if you have suggestions of like companies, I know somebody recently suggested a company, a Dutch company to be exact words. That will be on the list, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, I already told myself, like, I want to have that cross-stitch comparison project done first, and then I'm going to treat myself to a new diamond painting, so that will be from that company. Maybe 2, depending on like shipping and everything, so that's up in the air. But yeah, like plans and ideas and everything enough. But yeah, at the same time, I like keep to do unboxings and everything, but I also want to decrease the amount of stuff that I have, because yeah, there's a space called storage, of a thing called storage, and yeah, I'm having a little bit of issues with that at the moment. Especially storage for the kits I completed. So yeah, I really need to figure stuff out. So yeah, brain keeps braining and braining and braining and braining and going 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 and going. And yeah, that's why that voice in my head is very annoying, because it's never quitting and it's always going along. Just like the rest of me. But yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. I hope you all will have an amazing rest of your day, night, week. And yeah, as I said, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but I don't think you would have stuck around for so long, but oh well. Yeah, if there's anything you want to tell me, ask me, let me know down in the comment section below. If you just want to let me know you watched the video, you can also just leave an emoji. Ooh, and that was my leg, in case you hear that loud cracking noise. It was like my hip area.
Oh, that sounded bad, but it felt kind of good. That's what my neck needs to do. So, yeah, back off track again. Like, brain. But yeah, back at it. Well, if you liked the video, you know the drill, like, subscribe, and all the fun YouTubey stuff. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever all applies, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Bye!